Donald Trump has come up with a new racist name to call his Indian-American rival, Nikki Haley. Trump is no stranger to turning to racism and name-calling his political enemies. A political science professor told BI that this tactic often backfires against the candidate. Donald Trump is reaching out to racism against his political rival, this time against former South Carolina Gov. It's hard to say what Trump means here. Is this one of his many typos? Or a deliberate sign of disrespect? He also mocks Haley's intelligence, referring to her as a birdbrain. I know President Trump well, Haley recently told CNN's Jake Tapper in response to Trump's insults. For now, Trump maintains a more than comfortable lead over his GOP rivals, as recent polls and the Iowa primary show, but in a small glimmer of hope for the former South Carolina governor's campaign. Results from New Hampshire polls show Haley as the favorite among independents. A Trump tactic. Trump is no stranger to racially charged name-calling against his opponents and those he might consider even a remote threat. The tactic is so in line with the trend that Wikipedia devoted an entire page to list of pseudonyms used by Donald Trump. Trump made a point of repeatedly emphasizing Barack Obama's middle name, Hussein, while referring to the 44th president as a not-so-subtle Islamophobic dog whistle for his base. After the Jan. 6 Capitol riot, then Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao was one of the first cabinet members to resign from her post. Although he did not make a direct statement against Trump, his resignation and subsequent media coverage of his move appeared to be such a minor detail that Trump later dubbed himself Coco Chow. These attacks came with accusations that Chow had enriched himself through his ties to China. DeSantis has also been target of Trump's childish anger, but that may soon end as the Florida governor announced Sunday that he is suspending his campaign and supporting former president. Among nicknames Trump reportedly brainstormed for DeSantis, one of names he considered for Florida governor was Meatball Ron. According to New York Times, DeSantis is Italian-American. Trump appeared to think the detail in the Times report was compelling enough for him to come out and deny that he had specifically called DeSantis a meatball. But after DeSantis announced he was suspending his campaign, Trump jokingly told the crowd that he was retiring one of his nicknames for the Florida governor. DeSanctimonious name-calling can backfire. Some political consultants have argued that Trump's name-calling is an effective campaign tactic. These nicknames really work for Trump. They're not just an attempt to belittle an opponent. They're code words for something else. And they distract people. Democratic strategist Brad Bannon told Roll Call in 2018. However, studies show that name-calling has not yet been shown to be effective and may instead backfire on the perpetrator. A 2021 S.